know now. She told me late last night, don't need no mama no how. Hey everybody, Brian Kern here again for another guitar lesson. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for all the new subscribers, all the subscribers. Sure appreciate your support. You keep watching, I'll keep making them. So, yeah, Little Blind Lemon Jefferson, the intro and the first verse there. Thought it'd be nice to do something a little different. Put the slide down for a lesson and explore a new artist. And what an artist to explore. Blind Lemon Jefferson, a true icon in the history of the blues and history of music in general. So I guess that brings me to my disclaimer. I don't claim this is 100% accurate, but pretty close. It's, I think, close enough to get into his style. A link to the version that I'm doing is in the description, so definitely take a listen to that as you move through the lesson. And yeah, let's just get into it. This guitar is tuned down to the recording, so I'm going to put it down and grab one that is just in regular tuning. It's, I think, a little less than a half a step down on the recording that I'm learning from. So if you want to tune to that, basically in the intro you hear that lick. He raps on that second string real heavy on the first fret. It's the whole song is pretty much out of the C position. So just tune your second string to that note on the recording, and then you can tune your guitar to the rest of that. So if all of that sounds like gibberish to you, don't worry, we'll be talking about it. So if you're just a beginner, some of these moves might be kind of tough. So I would say this is, you know, a lesson for intermediate to advanced players. So if you're just a beginner on guitar, some of these things and some of the things I talk about might sound like, what in the world are you saying? I don't even know what you're talking about. But that's okay. There's still some good information, still some good moves you can gather from this, even if physically doing it is a little difficult for you. So let's just dive into the tune, right? So I'm going to divide this up into phrases. And some of the phrases are quite long. And it's really going to come down to learning the notes, the moves, listen to the track, play the moves, listen to the track, play the moves, listen to the track. And eventually, you know, through practice, as we know, you'll kind of fall into that groove of Blind Lemon Jefferson, because his syncopation and his way of playing is so unique. It's really hard to get into his headspace and play like him. You know, he's iconic. Nobody will, but you know, there's no harm in trying. You know, we can take from him to make us better players. You know, guitar players we're the biggest thieves on the planet, right? We steal everything. So anyhow, let's get into the tune. Let's steal this one from Blind Lemon Jefferson, right? So here we are, this little kind of scale harmony. Again, we're out of the C position. Most of the riffs are based off of C major scale, you know, if you want to really get technical and break them down. But the version that I'm listening to starts here. I think it's a shortened riff, but we'll just start fresh where the recording does. So we got the second string, fourth fret, first string, second fret, whatever fingering you like, it's up to you. You'll notice I'm using a flat pick. If you're comfortable with a pick, go ahead and do the pick. I don't really know for sure what Jefferson's doing. If you're a thumb style player and you're comfortable with using your thumb and picking with your fingers and all that, which I do a lot of finger picking, but for a song like this, flat pick just works better for me. But thumb and fingers might work better for you. So that is all up to you. But let's get the notes going, right? So again, fourth fret second, second fret one, and we're doing like an eighth note, kind of shuffle, down a half step, and then we got top half of the C chord, first fret second, and open one. Then that plants the C chord. That riff is open third, fourth string third, fourth string two. You're going to plant a C chord here and do a quick up down or just a down. Sometimes I hear the up down, sometimes it's just down. Or sometimes I play up down, sometimes just down. but really you just want a chord stamp there. Whoops. Right, and you see I'm doing a lot of down-up picking. It's a good habit to get into, but do what's comfortable. Don't pay too much attention to that. The idea is the end result is what matters. Like my guitar teacher used to say, does it sound good when you're finished with it? Sure. If it sounds good, then who cares how you got there? So just do what comes natural and feels comfortable. But I will say picking down and up does give you an advantage. So hard for me to slow down. But that's phrase one. Okay, now it's this lick. Now that sounds like a lot, but just learn the notes. And again, you can listen to the recording to try to emulate his syncopation there, his groove on it. So the notes is low G, open A, to the C, basically up a C major scale, open fourth, first fret, there's a flat third kind of blue note, makes it kind of spicy, E note on the fourth string, open third, A note, back home to our C. That's kind of more of the syncopation from the record, I think. But again, you know, I'm kind of playing it now how I hear it. I haven't played it with him in a while. So, you know, do your own thing with it, you know. I'm not here to try to show you exactly how to sound like him. So, but anyhow. So, the next phrase from here is I would suggest, down, up, down, up. It's a shuffle. So, it's 3 times, just that second string. That's the note you can tune to if you want. So, see, I played it different. And then after that, we have a B flat note, third string third. It's a flat 7 to the scale. The A, open third, back to that flat third, hammer on second fret to a low C note, plant your C chord there, and a quick open fifth back to our C. And we're going to start this strum pattern. But before we get there, let's just look at all that. I'll try and play it slow. Here we go. Okay, one more time. Okay, again, I can't stress enough. The moves are what's important right now. Learn the move, listen to the song. Learn, you know, picture yourself playing the moves, listen to the song, and you'll find your way through it. And keep in mind, you don't have to sound just like him. We're using these ideas to make us better players, doing it physically and getting ideas for riffs. You know, it's a great run. Whoops. What a great lick. Why wouldn't you want to know that lick, right? Even if you don't play it just like him. So after that, again, we land on that low C. Should have your C chord planted. You got this country western. Bass, up, down, bass, up, down, bass, up, down, bass, up, down. Just going rocking back and forth. C, G. A lot of you know that. Country. You know, you can sing a ton of Hank Williams like that. So he's a little off measure here. It's not straight time, so I just straighten it out. So it's C, low G, C, low G. I start the verse, and again, please excuse my singing here. I start the verse right on that downbeat. I think he's a little forward or behind, you know. And you're playing that same type of harmony because the melody's here. Melody. C. I'm not very good at that technique. It's not something I've really practiced. If you're good at it, great. If not, if you're even worse than I am, you can just let it ring, or you can't really hear much of what he's doing behind the vocals anyway. But if you can get that little trill, hold it for as long or short as you want. You know, he's not perfect meter. You know, his timing is good. It's like groove rhythm, but like the numbers of beats from measure to measure aren't always even. So don't worry too much about it. And then I just come back and strike a C chord. So thinking of those words. I ain't got no mama now. That'll bring us to the next lick, right? So let me just play through that, and I'll sing as light as I can so you can reference where we are in the tune. So here we'd be going through from the intro. Chord. Shuffle. Up to that. I ain't got no mama now. And if you wanted to play that melody, if you weren't going to sing it, it's something like, if you want to make kind of an instrumental out of it. So I'm going, it's a melody. Ain't got no mama now. I don't know if exactly, he's really in and out there. So that's just a reference of the melody if you weren't going to sing it. But let's look at that fill lick. That's where what really comes through. Isn't that cool? If I had to pick one lick out of everything, that would be my favorite right there. So I think what he's doing, he's got this little harmony. It's kind of starting a C minor triad a little bit, but there's our little flat third blue note again, and the high G. Then you're playing the A. Back to that flat third deal, but this time play the open E on top. Then the C note, third string, 5th fret, open third, quick pull off, same hammer on the 4th string there to C, back into that deal, same as the beginning. So lick. It's a real fast pull off. It's not, it could be, but he seems to me sound really quick pull off. I plucked it there, but he hammers. Again, do what feels natural to you, you know. If you feel like plucking it, pluck it, right? So let's take that from the very beginning. Intro, 3, 4. Triplets and shuffle. Melody. Got no mama now. The cool. Again, his in between there's a little uneven. He's got good timing, good groove, but the measures are a bit uneven, I feel like. I could be wrong, but the way it feels to me. Back into that same. I ain't got no mama now. That's a tricky little bugger, okay? So there, we got 3, 2, 1 open on the 1st string. That's flat 5. The rest of the notes are all scale notes again. Same flat third again. So 3, 2, 1 open. That E flat or flat third. quick open 1, land home bass on C. You'll hear it in the recording, it's really jagged. You know, so again, same idea. Learn the phrase like I'm showing you, listen to the recording, play the phrase, listen to the recording, play the phrase, you know, and you'll start to build your way of doing things, right? That one, I question. I'm not quite sure, but this is what I'm doing. It's close, but I don't think this is 100% what he's doing. Open 3rd, hammer on, 1st fret, and pluck the A note back home to C. Right after that, we're doing a descending into an A7 chord. Use this one, not that one. You can really hear slightly that high G. So use that chord. Then there's really no chords that I can hear in this recording. So I just put them in there for reference. A D7 chord, a G7 chord to a C. Very standard. And the melody kind of guides you into those changes. So if we came from the second time your second verse, same as the first. I ain't got no mama now. So there we're on the A7. That's just ascending 3, 2, 1, open. Told me last night, don't need no mama no how. That was not good singing, but you get the idea. Told me late last night, don't need no mama no how. So that brings us to this guy. There's a little jagged edge in there too. I'm not too 100% sure on. So let's look at that. So we're coming back, right? Told me late last night, don't need no mama no how. Brings us back into C. This lick, what a great little run. Again, flat 3rd, but mostly scale notes. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. Da, 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 da. Back to a low C. And then he starts this little guy. That's really crooked. So for the sake of the lesson and to keep things even for me in my ear, I'm just been playing it like this. So 6th string, low, open A, C note, then hit C again, and that same run. 1 and 2. Chord stamp. It's when you'll hear it in the recording, it's really kind of crooked and jagged. You know, so it could be a mistake, I don't know. It's not 100% accurate what I'm doing there, but it functions. So that's as far as I got for this lesson, right? Intro, 1st verse. So I'm going to go over that whole thing. I'm just going to go real slow. And again, if you don't have it memorized yet, just go pause and just go over each. That's really how you got to piece it together. So I'm just going to play through it slow so you get a reference of where we are, where all the fills come and all that. So here we go. 3, 4, and... We'll start right. I ain't got no mama now. Got no mama now. She told me late last night, don't need no mama no how. Again, forgive my singing there. But that's essentially the first part. And, you know, again, what an iconic player. And he's known for, I mean, his style is playing that heavily syncopated phrasing, you know. Rarely is he playing any just straight time stuff, you know. You don't hear, you know, he's all, you know, funky, you know, and it's spicy and great. So anyway, I hope that helps y'all, you know, maybe dive into Jefferson's style. And we might stop right there. I might do another lesson on the next section. But, you know, for me, that's why I do a lot of these. I don't do the entire song. I think it's good to learn what you can. Not that we couldn't learn an entire, every note and every phrase of a particular song, but I like to give you a good chunk of something, and that being meant to encourage you to then pursue your own way and into the song and dive in yourself and learn some things on your own. So anyhow, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.